Ida for not letting my mother use my sewing machine even though I've never used it. I, 16F, live with my mother 34F and stepdad, 35 meters, who I see more as a dad than anything else. I've never had a good relationship with my mother and have recently been resentful of my stepdad for letting her do the things she did when I was younger and even now recently. For Christmas a couple of years ago my stepdad's mother, my grandma, brought me my very own big boy sewing machine. I'd had one before but it was for learners and more of a kid's sewing machine. My new sewing machine was big and heavy and fancy with all kinds of settings. Eventually, I had taken it out of the box and started to set it up, but I wasn't quite sure how to use it and was scared of breaking it so I set it aside for now. But that was about a year or so ago. My mother, just recently, got a job at Hobby Lobby, and all of a sudden out of nowhere gained an interest in sewing. I'd been making stuffed animals by hand and she decided she wanted to make a quilt with my sewing machine, without asking me, but she asked my stepdad and they decided it would be fine. Without asking me. One night my mother brings me up bringing my swing matinee downstairs and setting it up again down there. I said no and made the excuse that I didn't have all the parts. I don't want her to have it because not even the money I make from my own job I'm allowed to keep and this was a special gift from my grandma, a woman who loves me, more than my mother. Also, my mother has a chihuahua that she doesn't take care of that lives downstairs, and she's also a chronic bedrotter but in our living room. I'm not just looking for opinions from like-minded people or sympathy, keep in mind this is one side of the story and I would appreciate opinions from adults and mothers so I can have a full idea and consideration on whether I am being selfish and should just let my mother use my sewing machine or stand my ground. Amita for not wanting something that's mine and big and fancy being taken from me without asking me and put down where it might get broken even though I'm a teenager.